What up for YouTube fam? It's the Forex King coming back at you with another video. So I'm just going to get straight into it. If you watched my last video, two things. You already know that the word of the month is execute. So that's what we're on. That's the type of time that we're on today. And secondly, you know that I'm trading a $5,000 instant funded account with Funded Traded Plus. So on to today. So today, my execution, I rate it like a B plus for two reasons. One, because I traded at support, knowing that I should not. Well, I looked for a sell at support, knowing that you're not technically not supposed to sell at support, right? However, because I understood what was going on with this downtrend for the day, because I mean the daily momentum was, it was obviously a bearish day. I think the 9:30 candle was this candle here. I really expected the even at this particular time, I mean hindsight obviously, at this particular round here I was expecting it to drop. So that's number one. Number two, when I finally did get into the trade, I almost let it take me out the money, and that is something that I try my hardest to not do. Once I get into the money, I don't really care what happens. I'm not trying to close out a negative trade. That's just part of me personally. Everyone is different, but once I see my trade in the money, I don't want to see a negative trade ever again. Period. End of discussion. Point blank. Okay, so they did correct it. Okay. Oh no, I know what happened. So the first level of execution. So here's where I messed up, and this is why I rate my execution as a B plus. So I got in on this particular candle here. Let me just zoom in, and then let me move it, because I know if I don't, you won't be able to see it. Or I'll just go here. One of this helps. Alright, it looks better here, so I'm just going to do it here on MT4. So I got in on this candle here. This candle, again, when I got in, based on this level, again, this is hindsight, so forget about everything that was here. At this particular time, when this candle dropped below this green level, I said, okay, perfect. This was just a quick consolidation. We're below this level. I expected to keep going down. Perfect. So I got in somewhere around here, and it dropped down to hit my level here. So again, on this here, it hit my blue level. So I mean, again, similar levels. This is I think TraderView, and obviously MT4. So it hit my level. At that time, the trade got as high as $30. So all right, perfect. Now, me personally, I don't want the trade to go anything less than $5, just because of the account size, the trading volume. The trading volume is 0.5, so it's like I don't really want. Once I see a trade get past $20, $30, for it to pull back past $5, that for me is just, it's uncomfortable. So I saw the push, and it dropped down, hit my level, then I let it pull back on me. So it pulled back, and I was in the negative. And I knew that I should have closed it I should have executed what I know to do, which is something I've been doing for the last few months. Once I hit $5, that's my minimum take on any trade. My minimum take for this particular account size is $5 on any trade, period, end of discussion. But it pulled me out of the money. So it did that. I held it for a little while. I let this candle hit me, and then this candle. I said, all right, we're still in consolidation. This candle was extremely alarming for me. So this candle right here is just letting me know, okay, it's not going down yet, period. And there's no reason for it to, even on MT4, there's no reason for it to get past here, this level, hit this, and then pull all the way back. That, if that's not a red flag for any trader, I don't know what to tell you. That's just logics for me. So I said, okay, fine, let me see what happens. So we got this little doji here. I said, okay, it pulled back, but you gave me a doji. What's going on here? And then this candle here, it scared me again. Obviously, it was bullish at one point, but then it dropped. I said, okay, it dropped. I got into the money and I closed it out as soon as I possibly could. And this is what gave me that dollar. So it actually hit like 5 and change. Once it hit 5, I couldn't close it out fast enough. I said, all right, let me get out of this trade because I don't like what's going on. Just because you did this pullback, give me this doji, I just didn't want to take the risk. I got out, and I was glad I did. I got out, as you can see, over the next 30, 40 minutes, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, I mean, hour and change. It's continuous consolidating. I moved back and forth. I continued to watch the charts sporadically, and I said, all right, fine, no problem. So this was about 1 o'clock. I was like, all right, man, let me see what's going on. So I said, okay. As I saw this candle here, and I go to MT4 just because it's easier. So this is why I put this candle here. So I got out, and the reason why I have this candle here is because I was actually still watching the movement, and I said, okay, this is the last candle I saw before I said I was going to close the charts. But I was tempted. I opened back the charts up. So I actually closed my charts on this candle. So that's why I have this arrow here. This arrow is just for me to let me know, when I come back at the time, when I come back and view the charts, I'll see what the market did, just to kind of assess what happened after I stopped trading. But nevertheless, fast forward, I obviously came back. This candle is the candle that I got in. Same thing over here. It's right here. See the red arrow, same thing. So I got in here because I saw what was going on. I mean, on both charts, MT4, you can clearly see that we're going to get a breakout. So I said, perfect. So I got on this candle, push here, everything looked good, and then I got out on this candle, this one right here, because I expected more continuation. So when I saw, and I was looking here, I was looking at MT4 at the time. So on this, when I was watching the trade here, when I saw this, what was it, hangman? Hammer. When I saw this hammer, and I said, okay, no more continuation, I don't like it, and I got out. And I'm glad that I did, because when I got out, this thing pulled back on me, and then it went up briefly. I said, all right, that's enough. I'm done trading for the day. Now, my personal bias was I still anticipated for the market to keep going down. I just hoped it went down here. But again, I left for the day, and I didn't really care. But, I mean, obviously, the market continued to go down. And that's what's going to happen. The market is going to continue to do what it does. But again, the word of the month is execute. Execute your plan and trust yourself. In all, I mean, hindsight's 2020, but in all retrospects, in fact, let me do this. This is why I like MT4. MT4 for me is just a lot cleaner. Okay, so I'll put the level here at this. I mean, it's pretty close. I'll move it down. I swore I said this was going to be a quick video. So let's speed up what I'm about to say. So in all retrospect, there you go. That's a little bit closer to where it is on MT4. It's a little high up. Regardless, all retrospects. And this candle, when this candle broke out of all of this temporary consolidation, it was a good entry. My execution lacked when I let it pull back and take me out of the money. I should have never done that, and that's why I give myself that B grade. The A, I would have gotten an A if I was to see it thing push back and give me this huge, and again, it got up to like $30 and then pulled all the way back. I watched it pull back to 20, 15, 10, 0. Then it started to take me out of the money. I was -9, I think, at one point. I said, all right, I fumbled the bag, messed up. Should have been more nails, should have executed better, but I let the emotions start to get a hold of me a little bit. That's part of the game. That's real life. So fortunately for me, I had a little bit of patience, a little bit of discipline. I didn't panic right away. Basically 10 minutes, if you will. I mean, how that trade what? So 10 minutes, without being technical, whenever it got me the money, I got out. So that was better execution. So that's why I like the B, because while I didn't get out when I was supposed to, I didn't really get too emotional. I didn't panic. I kind of waited to kind of see what was going to happen with the market. What is the market showing me? What is it telling me? Then I realized, okay, you see the wick, it didn't go down, no more continuation. This thing is not going down right now. And I got out, and that's what it was. And then obviously it took an hour, but it did go down eventually, which I still anticipated just because of the momentum. I didn't think it was going to take this long, but obviously the market's going to do what it does. By this time, I'm out. I don't really care what the market does. I'll take my small wins, my base hit, and be done for the day. So that's really it. I just want to go over the fact that, again, word of the month is execute. So guys, execute your plans. We're human. Try to control your emotions, but just stick to it. Stay focused. Stay true to what you guys are doing, and let's continue to execute the rest of the month. All right. But that's it. Forex King out. I appreciate you guys for hanging with me. See you tomorrow morning, or whenever I get in front of the charts. Forex King out, yo.